Welcome to Bratislava. Okay, maybe not Bratislava. At the minute I'm at the Bratislava airport, so today the plan is simple. To simply explore Bratislava. I mean, why else would I be here? But I feel like I need to go up. I'm too old for this. Now, Slovakia is such a peculiar country because it's the less known neighbor of the two neighbors, Czechia and Slovakia. And obviously when you compare Bratislava and Prague, more people will naturally go to Prague because it's just a more popular place. However, Bratislava has also a lot to offer, and this is why I decided to come here. I also decided to come here because the tickets were cheap. But we shouldn't focus on that. You can also call it a budget city break, because I'm only here for 24 hours and I'm just gonna spend as little money as possible. It's considering that Slovakia has euros. Well, let's see how it goes. Right, how does it work? Well, welcome to the main station in Bratislava. Now, before we go anywhere else, I just want to have a look what a train station looks like. 'Cause I'm always really curious about, what the train stations look like in different destinations, what destinations you can go to from here. So yeah, let's just have a look. Because why not? We've got 24 hours. So straight away I can tell that it's on the older side. Looks a bit old, but it's very clean, and it's very well maintained overall. It's slightly old compared to all the other main stations and all the other capitals, but it's still very well maintained. You can go to places like Zelina, Prague, obviously, Budapest, Košice. I think that's another city in Slovakia. I was hoping to see Vienna on the board as well, because I don't know if you guys know, but I believe Bratislava is one of the very few capital cities that actually borders another country, and that's Austria. So I don't even know how far it is from here to get to Vienna. I'd say about 40 minutes, 1 hour maybe. It's very, very close, and the airports as well are very, very close to each other. In fact, there was a story a few years ago where a plane actually landed at the wrong airport because they thought they were in Bratislava, but they actually landed in Vienna. So that's just a quick little story for you. But yeah, the cities are very, very close to each other, and Bratislava itself is quite literally on the border of Austria. That should be enough with the train station. Oh, I could use this at some point. The electric scooters. I just don't know if I can ride them on the pavements, because in some countries you can't. I might have a look into it later on. See if I could ride around a little bit. But my mouth is getting a bit dry, which means there's one thing that I need, and it's beer. Now, just like I mentioned before, Slovakia is the less known brother / neighbor of the two neighbors, Czechia / Slovakia. And obviously when you think beer in Europe, you think Germany, and you also think Czechia, you think Prague, which is true, but the Slovaks, they also have some really nice and decent beer. Now, what I did last month, would you just please be quiet? Thanks. What I did last month, I did dry January, so I did not drink for the entire month of January. Not a single unit of alcohol in my body. And I'm gonna be honest with you, even though I enjoyed it, I do like beer. So what I need to do now, I just want to get a pint and this is where I'm heading now. I'm trying to find a nice spot with some Slovak beer. The one thing that I've noticed about Slovakia already, there's a lot of gypsies here, or Romans. I've been stopped, I don't even know how many times already, and I've been here for quite literally 10 minutes. So that's definitely, I think, an issue in this country. So far, even though it is a really nice place, again, very well kept, clean, it doesn't give me the usual capital vibes, you know, because when you go to all the other capitals in Europe, perhaps in the, you know, in the bigger countries, like even Prague, you know, Warsaw in Poland, obviously the likes of Berlin, Budapest, places like that, you know, and obviously all the other capitals, they're just busy. There's just a lot of hustle and bustle in those places, because obviously they are the biggest cities in those countries, and there's just a lot of people there. Whereas here, it just feels like it is busy, but it's not as busy as in all the other places that I've mentioned, if that makes sense. But maybe because, again, Slovakia is not a very big country. There's about 4 million people that live in Slovakia. Bratislava itself has about 500,000 people that live here. So again, it's not a big capital. It's not, you know, a capital with over 1 million citizens, of about 1 million people that live in it. But it's nice nevertheless, and the weather is pretty bloody good, you know. It's about 5 degrees. You know, not bad at all. Fabrika, the beer pub. This is it. I'm not doing that. Slovak beer, the best you've got, Slovak beer. So I just got a pint. Well, I don't know if they call it a pint here, but it looks like a pint, right? And it's a really, really nice place, if I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, it's very quaint and quiet at the minute, because obviously it's only 2 p.m. in the afternoon, so nobody in the right mind wants to have a pint now. Well, but it is such a nice place, and they also serve food over here, which I'm not gonna get food here because I do want to get some Slovak food. Whereas here, I think they serve more of a, you know, your typical food like burgers and stuff like that, which I'm sure it's great, but again, I want to get some Slovak food. It's also a very big place as well. I think they've got 2 different levels. So this is the ground floor, and I think they've got another floor as well. Okay, and the one thing left to do now, after 1 month of quite literally not drinking anything, is to finally have a pint. Cheers. It's going down faster than water. That was lovely. That was really lovely. 1 pint, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I can already feel that in me. And that's again because I haven't had anything to drink for a very long time. Well, 1 month. But yeah, it was good. And now I wanna go and see the castle, because hey, this is one of the things that Bratislava is known for. It's beautiful castle. So this is where I want to go. But because again, this is a budget travel stuff. You know, I'm actually walking there, which should take me about 25 minutes or so. But that way I can show you a little bit of the city, because it's nice, lovely. So I've just stumbled across this park in Bratislava, and I went on the map because it looked really, really nice. And I think this is where the Slovak president lives. So this is the presidential palace. So I just want to get closer and see maybe he will wave at me or something. And no, you know, I'm from Poland. He's from Slovakia. The Poles like the Slovaks like the Poles. So who knows? But yeah, it's yeah, I think that's it. Do you think there's actually some snipers up on the roof, just like in the White House or somewhere else, just watching everybody, trying to see what they're doing? You never know, you know. I think this is the front of the Presidency Palace. It's a lovely place, but I thought there was gonna be some guards or, you know, soldiers guarding the place, but there's nothing here. Should I stay or should I go? I think this is where I'm heading, because I do know that the castle is on the hill, so I think this is it. Just obviously there's another good 10 minutes to walk, but it's there. It looks very nice as well. I think this is the way to get to the castle grounds, and just as I imagined, you have to go up the hill. So that's my workout plan for today. The main old town is just on the other side over there, behind those walls. But then the castle is actually on this side, and the road or the path leading up to the castle, it's just a bunch of flats, you know. It's just a bunch of buildings. There you go, mate. There you go. Yeah, but it's just a bunch of just flats. And imagine living on a hill like this. You know, all these modern flats, and it's just basically one of the main paths leading up to, you know, to the castle, to the main, or one of the main attractions in the city. You know, it must be quite an experience living here.
Use the English, use the hammer.
So this is some sort of church. I think you can get inside. Let me just have a look. More stairs. The buildings that you see over there in the distance, that's actually, I think, the downtown, the financial district, and all the fancy, luxurious flats. Because yes, even though Bratislava might not be a big city, it does have a financial district, and it does look quite impressive, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I think the castle is just this way. We finally made it to the Bratislava castle. Now, the castle itself, believe it or not, it was built in the 9th century. I mean, this place is about 1,000 years old. You know, the things that these walls have seen, it's mind-blowing. This is why I love Europe as well, you know. Some of the buildings in Europe are incredibly old, and the people that, you know, that build those places are long gone, long gone, but these places still stand strong. Now, the place itself in the past was a very important stronghold. It is, just like I said, in the past, on the border of Slovakia, and Austria. In fact, as far as I know, you can actually see Austria from here on a really good and sunny day. The view from up here as well is stunning. You can see the financial district over there. You can see the river and the bridge, and then you can see the older part of Bratislava as well. So all the communist era blocks or buildings, flats built, again in the communist era. And obviously right behind me you've got the castle. So yeah, it's Bratislava. It's a really stunning place, I gotta say. Now, after all of that walking, I am a bit peckish, so I do need to find some Slovak restaurant. In order to do that, I do need to get to the old town, which is on the other side of the motorway. So, well, come with me. Can you walk over here? Or will I actually get into somebody's garden? Oh no! So I walked all this way just to get stuck. Ha! Sorry, Bratislavians. I think it's this way. I think it's this way, yeah. They also got lost. So I can see the bridge connecting the castle grounds to the actual old town. So I'm just gonna walk over this and I'm gonna try and find some food place because I am hungry now. Now I am getting hungry. So I've just entered the old town. And just as you would expect in cities like this, it's very hilly. It's, I like that word. It's very quaint. And it's just, again, proper European vibes. It might not be Prague, because it is much smaller. But it's just as stunning. What I've decided to do first is I'm gonna go to Starbucks or any other typical coffee shop, and I'm gonna charge up my phone because I've got everything on me. I just need a socket. Now, the one place that we cannot forget while being in Bratislava is a statue of Sumlik. Is that how you pronounce that? I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, a statue of that man. Now, the first theory is that the man wants to look under a woman's skirt. That's not me who came up with it. The second theory is that the man is just a typical communist worker who spends more time relaxing than actually working. And I genuinely think that it's both those theories combined. Yeah. The statue itself was created in the 90s, I think, in 1997 or something like that. And it's become a part of the city, really. It's one of the things that you have to see when you are in Bratislava. Now, I do need to eat something. I did have that croissant in Starbucks, but this is not enough. I need some Slovak food. I've said it multiple times already, but Bratislava is a very well kept city, just like most of the cities really in this part of Europe, you know. Prague, you can say the same thing, you know, it's very clean. But Bratislava, yeah, it's very neat, it's very clean. The old town, even though it's not as big as some of the old towns in Europe, it's still very nice. And the good thing about this city as well is it's very walkable, you know. It's a very walkable city. You can basically walk the entire length of the old town, and yeah, it's just, it will feel great for your legs, you know. You don't have to get on a public transport, which is great, because obviously in some cities you do, but not over here, you know. I found a decent restaurant where I can eat. As far as I can tell, they've got some well, Slovak traditional food, and this is what I want. I don't want any burgers or pizza or anything like that. I want some Slovak food. Is that way again? I think so. Hello, a table for one? Yeah. So they've got some decent choices here, to be fair, you know? Yeah, I'm ready to order. Can I get the
traditional national food, gnocchi with beans and bacon chives?
Yes, that one. And to drink, can I also get the Kamzik homemade tea? Yeah?
Yes.
So I got some tea to warm me up, and this is what it looks like. So it's got some honey in it, some lemon, I think. Just a typical tea to warm me up in this cold weather. So my food just arrived, and this is traditional Slovak gnocchi. I think it's some type of dumplings, and also bits of chives and bacon. And I think it's in some sort of cream. It looks good. It's nothing like I had in the past, but we'll give it a try. The restaurant itself is a sort of mountain-like restaurant. You will find a lot of restaurants like that in Poland, in the mountain regions. And obviously you'll find a lot of restaurants like that in a lot of countries with any mountain ranges. You know, so Austria, Switzerland. It's very old-fashioned. There's some traditional music playing in the background. The decor is very much like, again, from the mountains. You know, the whole place is, well, at least inside, is made of wood. So it's very much mountain people like vibes. So I think this will be the end today. We've seen quite a lot of Bratislava. I've spent about a good 6-7 hours of just walking. I mean, I haven't even checked into my hostel yet. You go for it. Yeah, I haven't even checked into my hostel yet, and I need to go and find it. I have no idea where it is. And but yeah, so that will be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave that like, subscribe to my channel, and soon there'll be more. Note to myself: validate the bus ticket, otherwise you will get an 81 euros fine.